Hello, reacting video. Today we're going to take a look at the Color Cup. This is going to be available later on today. We did some test matches here with a kind of meta team. We're going to have Trevenant as a say-swap here. We're going to have the Toxapex in the back, but we're also going to have the best meta breaker for this meta, which is going to be the Shadow Zapdos. You can also use the normal Zapdos. I think that might even work out better in some scenarios. Depends on what you have, of course. But Shadow Zapdos is a very cool Pokemon in this meta, which is mainly around like grass type Pokemon like the Meganium here, which you can hit with the Drill Peck, or water type Pokemon like the Toxapex, which you're also going to be able to hit. So this is a very good core breaker for this current meta. It's all about like those water and grass type Pokemon, and you will be able to basically beat them all. The issue with this Pokemon though is that you are very squishy. Like, you're going to encounter this one as well later. You just, like, against the Trevenant, you really need good IVs in order to actually win this in the two-shield scenario. Otherwise, Trevenant can just farm you all the way down. So, this is kind of an awkward scenario there for you maybe, so maybe even the normal one might be better for the Trevenant matchup, but then again, I don't know if one Drill Peck would even one-shot that anymore. So, it's definitely a tricky one to use sometimes, but this Pokemon can break the meta, and we have some insane games with this one as well. Next opponent here, we're going to face, let's take a look at this, we're going to face a Katana in the lead. They run something more spicy. They actually most likely would be able to win this in two-shield, but they're going to swap out here into the Victini, which will allow us to go into our Toxapex later now. And we will be able to wall that Pokemon, unless they run Psychic, which they can do, of course, but we still would survive that here. There's nothing they can hit us with, and they actually don't run Psychic either, which will allow us to knock them out. We have a shield advantage, we have switch advantage, we're going to also get some energy advantage here as well. We have basically everything we need as we see the Katana coming in, which I actually kind of also maybe want to showcase. This Pokemon is something that I also have. Might be a fun one, but let's see here what we're going to get into. We're going to get Sharpedo in here, which we're just going to farm all the way down with our Trevenant. We just don't even throw a charge move here. They're going to throw one charge move. I'm going to let this move go through just for the two-shield flex, and we will be able to go into our Zapdos now to farm him down with one more fast move there. Good game there. Next opponent here, let's take a look what they're going to run. We will see Zapdos against Mantine. Amazing lead for us. We're going to see a lot of amazing leads. Like Zapdos itself, a very good lead Pokemon. We're also going to have later on a video on the channel for the top teams most likely. Still have to record everything for it, but I put like basically I wrote down 7 teams already. This is actually not in there, but like it is kind of in there in a different variation. You can also use the same team here with, for example, the lead of Trevenant and then a say-swap of Zapdos. Zapdos is also a very good say-swap in this meta. Literally, you can use Zapdos on any position for this meta right now. The only issue for this team here, for example, would be a lead from Shadow Bomber Snow. Shadow Bomber Snow would be able to farm you down. Has good options, of course, against the Trevenant. Is losing pretty hard against the Toxapex, but you have basically 2 times weakness against it in the lead and in the back, which kind of can be a problem. But if you don't encounter a Shadow Bomber Snow against you in this cup, you're going to be fine here, as we're going to encounter a Mantine against us still, which is going to go for one Ice Beam, but here we have the scenario where Mantine is against the Toxapex, which is the reason why I don't really like Mantine in this cup. Mantine will be a very decent Pokemon for this cup, don't get me wrong. But you have the option to run Pelipper, which actually has access to the move Hurricane, which is going to do way more damage compared to Mantine here in this matchup, where they literally had no options to do anything against the Toxapex, as their only charge moves are Water and Ice typing, which is not really good against Water Pokemon. As we encounter here an opponent with a Jumpluff in the lead. This is going to be an interesting one. Actually, this was like one of my worst plays ever. I thought they would go for the Energy Ball here. Turns out I'm very good at catching acrobatics on a grass type Pokemon. Amazing play by me, and I think this might lose me the game here right now. That was a wild one by me. I'm going to go into my Toxapex. Yeah, at this point of time, I don't think there's a way of me winning this game anymore. As we encounter now the Swampert. I just shouldn't have caught the move there. I guess I should just stayed in there, but I thought, okay, Energy Ball is most likely coming through there. Why would they go for the higher energy move there? Turns out I was wrong, and I got just completely nuked there. As you're gonna get nuked here as well from the opponent's Swampert. We will be able to go for one charge move here at least, forcing the shield from the opponent, which they're going to use as well, allowing us to also get some more energy here afterwards. They're going to go ahead, go for the Hydro Cannon. We see the Toxapex coming in. We still might have a chance. We're going to go straight for the Thunderbolt. Let's see, do their shieldless move up? They do not, but also you're going to see the issue here with Zapdos. You see my health just declines faster than they health do. Like, we have a very bulky Pokemon against us, but our super effective Thunder Shock does less damage than what they do with their what's called, with their fast move there with Poison Jab, so it's kind of awkward. Yeah, next game coming in, we're going to encounter another Trevenant in the lead, which I thought would be a decent one, but turns out it wasn't that decent, as we will be able to go for one drill pack here. We will be able to go for another drill pack here as well, but I thought I can catch the move here, and most likely going to go for the Seed Bomb. I'm just going to let this move go through. They went for the Shadow Ball, and basically I'm so far behind now that I have to hope that I will be able to knock them out here. And in previous matchups, usually they swapped in their Trevenant against my Zapdos, which I don't think you see yet. This was actually the last battle that I did. So I thought I would still get to another charge move, turns out I don't. And at this point I only have my Toxapex. My only real play here is to shield this Pokemon up and hope that they're double weak against me in the back, which is super unlikely. And yeah, like there is not a lot that I can do here. Literally, this is my final Pokemon. I had to kind of shield it up, and we see a Toxapex, so we're going to quit out of there anyway. Would have maybe been a different game if I just shielded up the charge move against my Trevenant, but yeah, you taking risks sometimes just doesn't pay off. As we go into the next game here, we're going to encounter a Meganium, and we're going to say goodbye to this Meganium. Very nice for Zapdos already. Let's see what's coming in next. We're going to encounter a Jumpluff. We can go for the drill pack here. Jumpluff also seems to be Shadow, I think, here. It's kind of awkward to see because we're also Shadow. Yeah, they're also Shadow here. We will be able to go ahead and shield up the next charge move from the opponent, allowing us to go ahead and go for even a little bit more fast moves here. Go for the drill pack now. This will allow us to go for get the final shield from the opponent, and we can go for another drill pack here, which will knock out the Jumpluff. So 2 down, 1 to go, and it's going to be a Charizard. Triple weak to Zapdos. This is not the game the play that you want to do here, and you see a lot of lag there as well. I had several games with a ton of lag sadly today, but like this was totally fine still, as we were able to just sweep them with just one Pokemon and one less shield than they used, which is kind of funny. But here, this next game also had insane lag. You have a decent lead, and they're going to swap out here, but you see, I cannot even like do fast moves here really, and I try to swap out now, but like it was so laggy that I didn't even know if my Pokemon was moving or not because the animation was so bugged. And like this, it's going to be a little bit awkward. Of course, we've seen Pita here in the worst possible timing. And yeah, like I would have swapped out earlier if it didn't lag so much in the beginning, but I was like, it was literally so unresponsive, which is really annoying. But I think that's only, like, if you didn't know, trainer battles and Go Battle League are two different things. Like, those work on different code and on a different, I don't know if different servers, but definitely on different code. They can do separate things for those things. So they usually use trainer battles to test out the stuff and then put it into Go Battle League later on, as far as I know. So that's an interesting one there for us, but yeah, like here, they definitely lagged there, but yeah, when I played my games yesterday for Bruxish, for example, it didn't really lag, so I think it's just a trainer battles issue. Here we see the Macago. They played very nice and just tried to farm me all the way down here, which I didn't really expect that they do this. Same here. I went straight for the charge move, expecting them to go straight for the charge move. Turns out I was completely wrong with that, and like this, I cannot get to my charge move in time. I could have still played this way better later on, but I didn't think that they would try to farm me down. I thought they would throw the charge moves, but very well played there, but also the lag was kinda really bad there for me in the beginning. If I had my Zapdos with a little bit more health left, I think I would have been way better off. Next opponent here, we're going to see the Warring coming in. They don't play this really well here because we were able to get to 2 charge moves in time, allowing us to get a shield and also a lot of damage on them, allowing us as well to go into our Toxapex to get the Icicle Spear on us, which basically does 0 damage here because it's resisted. And now it's basically all around our Zapdos here in the lead. I was really scared about Magneton. Magneton is a core breaker for this team, basically beats everything here. So we will be able to go for one Brian, gonna get this Pokemon low, and we will be able to go ahead and go for some charge moves, fast move, maybe even fast move down here. Let's see. We're going to be able to get the Typhlosion in, which we actually miscount completely, but I'm still going to be able to go for one charge move here. They're going to let this move go through, which I found a little bit weird, but this will allow us to easily get to 2 charge moves here with our Zapdos, and this is going to be a very good game here because we will be able to just knock them out with one more drill pack. But I think if they shielded maybe their Typhlosion, they definitely had a way bigger chance, better chance in general to win this game. But like this, we're going to be able to win this one. Next opponent, we're going to face a Tropius in the lead. A very good lead again. Like, you see how good the Zapdos is in general in terms of matchups that it would have. Here we see the opponent going into a Galvantula, which is also a very cool electric type for this cup. Also, Ampharos will be a very good electric type for this cup because you have access to the move Brutal Swing. So as soon as you use the Say Swap, even a Trevenant is not really safe from this Pokemon. So Ampharos also something you kind of want to take a look at maybe for this cup here. So you're going to see the Shadow Ball coming through against the opponent, knocking them straight out of here. And we will see now as well the Tropius coming in, which has access to the move Razor Leaf here, which I find a weird choice. I think Air Slash is better in this cup just because of Trevenant, and you just generate energy a little bit faster. Of course, you do more damage against something like Toxapex in general, I guess, but it doesn't really help you too much, as we will be able to just farm them all the way down. They're going to swap out into their own Toxapex, allowing us to go into our Zapdos. We will go ahead and go for the bait here, which in hindsight, I actually don't know if I needed to do that. Oh yeah, my health. You see my health being already so super low. Luckily, this bait was successful, allowing me to actually still just barely read this next charge move here, which will allow us to get them super low, putting them into farm down range for our own Toxapex and allowing us to go for one Sludge Wave to finish off this battle here. Very good game there. Next game coming up, also a final game coming up. I think we're going to encounter here the Zapdos against Magcargo. Horrible lead. But we have a Say Swap here that also doesn't really do well against it. Magcargo here running actually Rock Throw, which I definitely think is decent. Don't actually know what is better. If you want to run Rock Throw, if you want to run the Incinerate. Both have like their own kind of, yeah, I don't know, benefits there. As you will be able to be better against something like Zapdos, of course, if you run Rock Throw. But also the Incinerate generates energy way faster. So not really sure about this. We will see here the opponent going to go into their Ferrothorn, which is actually a good Pokemon for this meta right now. Also have a team in mind for Ferrothorn, which I might want to play, which is very spicy coming up, which is going to be a funny one. But here we will be able to catch the move from the opponent. Of course, it's going to be a Thunder. I'm so good at catching moves today. I thought it might be a Flash Cannon because this is the preferred move for this meta right now. But no, they're running Thunder, and I perfectly catch this on a Toxapex. I'm really shocked. I caught basically a Thunder so far, and like on the Toxapex, as well as an Acrobatics on my Grass type. So I'm really good at catching right now. Should be definitely a pro player with those catches. Amazing play there, as we will be able to go for one bait, which actually works out pretty well here. And as they're running the Water Gun, which is not the preferred move here at all for this meta, I will be able to have a great time with our Toxapex, knocking out the opponent here as well, allowing us to go back into our Zapdos, trying to go for one Drill Peck. And this is going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're hyped for the Color Cup coming up. I hope that we get an Icon for this cup as well soon. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Thanks for watching. See you next one. Bye.